What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Honest Tattooer podcast. So, tattooers always have discrepancies on how do you price a tattoo? How do you know how much a tattoo costs? If you want to get one, how do you know how much you should budget for it? In this episode, we're going to discuss on how to price tattoos, and who better to do it than 4 expert tattoo artists. They'll tell us how much these designs should cost. So the way that we're going to do it is by playing a game, and the game is called Price That Tat. And the way it's going to go is I'm going to show you guys a tattoo design, and then everyone's going to write down how much this tattoo should cost. You're free to ask me a couple of questions before the round begins. Each time, each artist will write down how much the tattoo should cost, and then everyone will reveal the price. At the end, we're going to see what the prices are, and whoever has the highest and lowest will tell us why they chose to price the tattoo that way. At the end of each round, the group will determine who had the best price. And that's how the game's going to go. At the end, I'm going to be keeping tabs, and we're going to see who got the best score.
Are we pricing this how we would price it, or are we pricing it what we think like it's the average is worth?
So I think that the best way to approach this is by using your experience, your knowledge, how you would price this if this came to you as a walk-in design. Somebody just walked into your shop, they walked in the door, they have this on a piece of paper or on their phones, and they're asking you this question.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm going to preface this by we are all New York City tattooers.
yes, I was going to say that too. So this is going to start with all New York City tattooers. I would love to do this with a group. So I think the best thing to do about this is for you guys to play along. What would you charge for these designs? And either you can drop down in the comments below and drop them and list them as in 1, 2, 3, 4, because it'll be 4 rounds.
Okay.
And I think this will be fun. It'll be great to compare, and maybe even later we can all go through the comments and do a comparison episode where we discuss what everybody else threw in there.
Yeah.
That could be really fun.
Yeah.
Prices may vary.
Prices may vary. So I think, for you guys, if you are a lover of tattoos and you want to get some, take this as a point of just information for you to just gather knowledge. And if you're a tattooer that's either starting out and you have no idea how to price for tattoos, or if you're a tattooer that maybe that has been doing it for a while and maybe you feel like you're either charging too little or maybe charging too much, maybe this will help all of us understand how to price the tattoo a little bit better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's make this enjoyable for the audio only listeners also.
Yeah.
So really describe, even though we could see it.
Oh, yeah.
People are going to be able to see it. Describe what you're
I will
looking at
try to
Was
describe
there
it.
no intro?
We're not doing it.
We're not doing an intro. We're going straight into it.
Really?
The intro was me actually going straight into hey, this is what you're going to watch.
Yeah.
So that was the intro.
They don't need the music anymore. It's a game show.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. So to start it off, I'm going to show you guys a design. And design numero uno. Check it out, guys. And we have a black and gray, kind of traditional-ish tiger tattoo. The customer wants it in black and gray, and they're actually open to placement. The person looks about my size.
Okay.
Right? So you get every person is going to be about my size, because I'm a 5'8", 5'9", very average. I feel like height. Not very tall, not very short, average guy.
One shot tattoo.
They want this done today.
How big?
They're open to placement. They're open to placement. So this is now when you think about it, look at the design, guys, and this helps. You got to look at the design, because the design itself will tell you a lot of how big this should at least be. And then you're like, I want to finish this in one day.
1,200.
So, well, don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud.
We need a buzzer.
Right, I want you guys to write it down. All right, this is time to write it down. Write it down on your buns.
Man, this could be anything. It could be a rib piece.
I know. That's why 1,200 doesn't matter.
All right. So I'm going to say I want this on my outer arm. On my outer arm. I'm clean. I have no tats. I want it on my outer arm,
Okay.
That'll make it a little bit easier. Outer arm, black and gray tiger tattoo in a very classic stance.
And we're just going to write this big on this piece of paper?
Write it big on the piece of paper. And the guys are getting ready. They're writing down. Being like mathematicians in their brains.
I am blocking my view, so Gabe can't cheat. No cheating over there, Gabe.
Well, Gabe already gave his answer, so should it count if he already gave his
I
answer?
could have switched it up.
I could have switched it up. Okay.
So, let's start off with Matt Triano right here, who is the co-host to the Honest Tattooer podcast. And for the people that don't know you, let them know where you're from, how long you've been tattooing.
I am from here in New York. I've been tattooing. You know what's funny, dude? I've been saying that I started tattooing in 2006. I think I'm wrong. I was thinking about it the other day. I think I started in 2005.
You're like, shit.
Yeah. Because shout out to my buddy Corinne who owns a shop in Syracuse. I was doing this. She dropped out of college our sophomore year of college. And that's when like her and I were talking about getting into tattooing together. Our sophomore year of college was 2004, 2005.
Damn, so you're like...
No, 2005, 2006. And I'm pretty sure it was like the beginning of the school year.
Oh, shit. Now you know that you're tattooing for longer than you thought.
Yeah. So I think I've been tattooing 20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
Boom.
And I say $1,500.
$1,500. Next up, G Money. For those that don't know you, let them know how long you've been tattooing. Where you from?
Been tattooing, it's 19 years now. Originally from Miami, Florida, but long enough here in New York that I'm definitely a New Yorker now.
And how much would you charge for this tattoo?
So that being said, New York prices, I've lived in down south as well. So I'm trying to like get in between there. Surprise, surprise.
$1,200.
$1,200. Next up, Hazel.
I'm Hazel. I'm from New Jersey originally, but I work here in New York. I've been tattooing for 6 years. Are we counting like apprenticeship?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So 6 years and then 2 years of an apprenticeship. And I know you guys are going to be mad.
400.
No way.
$400.
What is this, the flea market?
Basically, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. All right, Vega.
Yo, what's up? Vega here. Been tattooing for 3 years, and I put it down $1,000.
$1,000.
Just $1,000 because if it's today, you could get a magic number price and then you come back tomorrow not getting it and then the price changes. So at any given time,
What?
right? Like it can be $1,200 the next day.
Wait.
Okay, let me. Can I reword that? Okay. So sometimes.
Rewind that
Yeah,
one
okay,
more time.
that was great.
All right.
That was great. Thanks for that.
Listen, okay, this is the way it's gonna go. I'm a customer and I'm asking you, how much are you gonna charge me for this tattoo? Don't give me no extra shit. Just tell me.
Okay,
how
it's
much
gonna be $1,000
it's gonna
because you
be-
want it today.
Okay, because I want that today.
But if I want to come tomorrow, it's a different price.
If you put down a deposit.
Yesterday's price.
It's not
today's
Yesterday's price is not today's
I'm
price.
not getting tattooed by you. Yeah, shiesty motherfucker.
Wishy-washy pricing. This
It
is
is.
crazy.
Now let's say $1,000, but you gotta put down a deposit.
So now let's talk about it. So now the top price here was $1,500 by Matt.
Yes.
And the low price would have been Hazel with $400.
A whopping 400.
$400.
$400.
Very generous.
What are you working for? Like $50 an hour? How long are you doing?
Basically. And then I'm like, if you're cool, $350, you know?
Oh man.
But
I'm
how
very
do you,
bad at this.
How do you determine a price? I mean, where you said outer arm, we're talking about at least like that's a page. That's like a 8.5 by 11 page to cover.
Okay, see, I was thinking like the size of like an iPhone, like 5-6 inches.
Okay, so you're thinking like 5-6 inch tattoo.
Little tiger.
Which makes sense. You do a lot of bangers like around that size.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think big.
And how were you thinking about it?
I was thinking that this is going to take me at least 5-6 hours at a minimum.
Yeah.
And which is what I normally do for like a day rate. And
Yeah.
my day rate is $1,500.
Okay. So where do you see guys see this design? I mean, it's something that it could go either way, right? At the end of the day, the choice is yours as the tattooer of where you want to take it. Because me as a customer, I'm going like, I'm open, dude. I don't know anything about tats. I'm not being very specific. I'm like, I just want to get this on my arm. So I'm leaving it up to you to do that tattoo. So as tattooers, I feel like either A, you choose the kind of, you like to do you prefer to do like smaller tattoos?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mind a big one here and there, but I definitely do like quick little tattoos.
Okay. And you prefer to do like larger scale.
Yeah, so I would have done this. I would have put that lowest paw below the elbow.
Yeah.
And the tail coming up even like almost on the collar.
Almost coming to the top. So real big.
Yeah.
Real big. That's interesting. I think that's one part where like if the customer doesn't have the vision, right? Like of like what you're describing, either at that point as a customer, I could either be scared of your initial $1,500 response, right? Or I could be like, oh man, this sounds like a sweet deal. But if I'm expecting that out of the 400, right? That customer is also not going to feel good. So I feel like that's kind of like one part about what we do and about pricing tattoos. It takes so much about getting as much information from like the customer of like, how much am I trying to do what and make out of this thing? But good stuff. Who do you guys think won this round?
I'm gonna say $1,200 because it was very confident. It was very. It
was intuitive.
Yeah, it was intuitive. It felt on the money, Gabe.
All right. I'm going to give it to Gabe too.
G on the money for the one.
Wait, is there a correct answer? I forgot to ask.
That's the interesting part. There is no correct answer to this game. They're only correct. There's only incorrect answer is the one that after you say it, if it feels dirty as a tattooer,
You know who's gonna tell us?
that's the wrong answer.
Oh boy.
And
Oh boy.
that was like
the
you telling me
viewers.
$1,000, bigger.
Well, shit. Well, shit.
You said it you said it with like a certain unsureness.
Yeah, because I couldn't. I was trying to not be low. I was trying to not like short sell myself on that. But I'll also say that I don't feel like I have enough experience to do like a large scale tiger like that on a whole arm for a day.
So that's where, remember how she thought of the design.
Okay.
She thought of the design a little bit smaller, a little more of like a banger, and within a price that was like fair,
Okay. Okay.
So it's still up to you to be like, hey, if you want to deliver $1,000 tattoo, you should, like provide that value back to you.
Right.
Agreed. Okay.
This is reminding me of when you weren't there. So at the last Hudson Valley convention, myself and Nick Kaiser did a collab, and we did 2 dinosaurs. And we originally had it stenciled. It fit pretty well on this guy's leg, but it was an okay size tattoo. We were going to be able to finish it in that one day at the size that we originally printed it out. We were charging him $2,000 for this collab. And we were looking at the design, not even placed on his leg, just holding up the piece of paper. And we're like, this doesn't feel right to charge $2,000 for this size of a tattoo, regardless of it being 2 different artists, regardless of the amount of detail and the amount of time, just the size of the tattoo itself just felt dirty.
Yeah.
Charging $2,000.
You're like, this gives me the ick.
So we blew it the fuck up.
Yeah.
And we wound up not being able to finish it the day of the convention.
Yeah.
But I think overall, like we both felt much better delivering a much bigger tattoo for that price.
Bang for the buck.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is what feels good.
Got it.
And I feel like ultimately that's what good tattoo pricing should feel like that. It should feel good for both the tattooer and the customer.
Oh, yeah.
You both feel like, oh yeah. You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody's like, all right.
All right.
All right.
Moving on.
Next moving on. So this is going to be a group of these. And this is because this is going to be a group. You're going to get
A group of walk-ins.
a group of walk-ins.
Is it a bunch of Ashleys?
You have
Shout out to all the Ashleys in the world.
Ashley,
they
you're
all
loved.
came in, Ashley and Nikki and Jenny and Brittany came in
Brittany.
with their new pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah.
And they want to get some classics right here.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Those
They
babies.
want to get these things. They want to love themselves. They want to have faith. They want to have all of these things.
So wait, am I looking
Wait.
at 6 different things? 1, 2, 3.
Focus on the top 3.
The top 3.
They're all
okay.
kind of pretty similar things. I mean,
All right. So for the listeners, it's like minimalist script.
it's minimalist script.
Script text.
They want them all on the wrist, and they want them as small as possible.
Of course they do.
Before we start pricing these tats, I just want the viewers to know
What are you telling the viewers, Gabe?
I don't want any complainers. I don't want any complainers on the price because I've seen a lot of you guys that will do that kind of stuff for ultra cheap, but the most blowout letters I've ever seen in my life, or the scratchiest, most wishy-washy lines.
Yes.
It's easier said than done.
Let me
doing
ask you
that
something.
stuff.
Are we pricing this individually or as a group?
You
Are
can
we
take
doing the
this-
Groupon deal?
That's whatever you want. You're pricing this. I'm just a person.
So yeah, am I? What are we guessing here? Are we pricing like?
Yeah.
The whole or
Yeah,
each
4
individually?
people.
Or
Yeah.
like, let's say one of the girls wants, oh, I'm going to be the one getting the I am loved. And then the other one's getting the love yourself and then
They're gonna get,
resilience.
Oh, yeah, it's a good thing. Are they all getting the same thing or are they all getting something different?
they're gonna get like, these 3 versions. They have these 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all kind of like the same scripty single line smooth. Not even let's forget the top love yourself, which is kind of like a plain
Yeah.
Helvetica looking ass font.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other ones are more of like a thin script that became very classic since the, I guess, 2019s.
It's their grandma's handwriting.
But they're all
It's
getting
grandma's
My
handwriting,
grandma
yeah.
wrote that.
they're all getting a different tattoo.
They're all
So I'm
getting.
making 4 different stencils.
You're making 4 different stencils. They're all very similar in style. It's the same font, you could say, just different words.
Okay.
And they're all getting it on the wrist. They want to live, love, and laugh
4 people.
4 people.
Okay.
Okay.
Feel free to also write in this. Feel free to write per tattoo price and a group price.
I'm doing a group price.
Yeah,
I did mine per.
per.
What are you writing? An essay over there, Vega? Hurry up.
I'm writing my life's work.
He's practicing the font already.
Yeah, exactly. I'm practicing my girly script.
All right, second round. We have 4 clients, 4 ladies. They all want tiny script on the wrist. Let's go.
Okay. I'm going to go $100 each.
$100 each.
I'm going to have to agree with Matt there. So it's 400 as in 4 ladies getting
Yeah,
$100
so
tats.
$100 tats.
Yeah, I think that's a
$100
good
each,
deal.
$400.
See, I did 150 each now.
Oh.
You did 150 each.
And I did 3 each.
3 each.
3 each.
300
Yeah.
each.
3 each. 3 each.
Ooh.
So if we go by our numbers, Vegas throwing 1,200 out of this. He's going 1,200, 4, 4, and then 6,
Yep.
and then 6. All right. So you're on the top end of this.
Okay.
And then you guys are both on the bottom end, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
How the tables have turned. You have
You've
like
been swindled.
I can explain a
20,
theory.
20 years of experience here.
I can
Exactly.
I can explain a theory.
Exactly.
I got a theory.
Go
Let's
for
talk about it. First, you explain your price.
So my reasoning for 300 each is very okay. It's gonna sound very douchey. So, but I will say it is because at some point within this conversation, they don't really settle on which phrasing they want. So you have to wait there and watch them debate and talk about, oh, but I like this one, but no, that one
What?
doesn't fit.
That's free.
That is free. That is very free. It's very free. But then it's like I'm setting up my station. I'm trying to like navigate each person for each design, and they're not making it easy. Like I factor in like a social aspect into small tattoos like that. So like,
Let me interrupt you.
yeah.
If they weren't discussing that, what would you be doing otherwise?
I would still be making stencils. Like I'd still be like doing
For who?
For
who?
them. For them. If
No, I'm saying if they weren't there,
if they weren't there,
Yeah.
They were in there.
I'd be minding my own damn business.
not making any money.
You know,
Not making any money.
Well, guess what? I could probably get you that these 4 ladies, after hearing $300, are gonna be like, "What?"
I was gonna say that.
They're gonna be like, "What?"
I'd have been like, those ladies, you turned around for 1 second, you turned back, and they were gone.
Only 4 pumpkin
Yeah.
spice latte
Yeah.
cups left on the
Can you guys throw this? Can you throw this for me?
Yeah, can you throw that out? Okay.
All right. Yeah, no, thanks, man. But we're
And then
we're
you
good.
guys base your price.
I'm basing it off of I could bust these out in maybe 5 minutes each.
Yeah, I was gonna say speed.
Yeah.
So it's like it's less effort
Yeah.
because we can just bang them out super quick and still keep it clean
Yeah.
based on just the experience. So for me, it really isn't laborious to charge them like just like $100.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because
fair.
it's fair. If you think about it in New York, it's fair, but a lot of people will be like $100 for that.
Yeah.
But
Even at $100.
Yeah.
So imagine if they heard $300.
Yeah.
Yep, they just
yeah,
they just did the peace sign and just faded out like
Yeah.
a GIF.
Yeah.
But on the same on the same end of this, we know for a fact that there's shops that would charge $1,000
Yeah.
for just one of those.
Yeah.
Which is
Exactly.
bonkers. But that's why there's a huge range. And at the end of the day, it's like, it doesn't matter if like you want the best tattoo possible. Depending on the tattoo, who's going to do that can defer a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like that's another thing that's part of the challenge.
True.
So who would we say won this round?
Not me.
Could we split it? Both of us got it? If we both got the same price?
I don't like sharing prizes.
All right, then I'm taking it because you got the first round.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
All right. Round 3. Fight.
I'm ready. Get over here.
All right. This is a good one. This is going to be really, really, really good. And this is what's coming in.
What the?
She brought
man.
in a very beautiful and delicate all white lined rose.
A scar tissue
Only white.
Scar tissue tat.
They wanted about the size of an iPhone and they wanted under 4.
Well, I got a price for Amanda.
It's actually a guy named Francois.
Of course.
Yep. Francois is not
He
from
said-
the States.
He's from Nice.
I am French.
I'm very French.
The first thing he
Bonjour.
said when he walked in, hello, I'm French.
To our French viewers, we love you guys.
We love you guys, but
We
you
love
always
you,
say,
France.
we can tell by your accent you're French.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
All right, guys, let me see your numbers.
All right, I'm going to go first.
All
Now,
right, Matt.
350.
350.
Ooh,
G Money, let's see it.
500 smackaroos.
500.
300.
Hazel.
300.
300.
It was very tough, but 500.
500.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting. You guys are pretty close.
Yeah.
I almost put 350 in.
I almost put 300.
It's just lines.
Yeah.
So, and I want to hear the 3s versus the 5s. Let me hear why. Why? 3
Why?
versus 5.
So my rationale is, again, it's a very quick tattoo if it were in black. So based off of my hourly rate, which is 300, I think that I could bust this out if it were black, maybe in like 15, 20 minutes, right? But it's not black. The white is going to be a fucking pain in the ass to do. It's going to be hard to see. So I'm going to charge the full hour, even though I'm going to take maybe 45 minutes.
True.
But I also want to add a little bit extra to try to deter the person from getting this in the first place.
Yeah.
And if they say, oh, no, that's not, like, I don't want to pay that much, then good. I don't want to do the tattoo anyway. But if they say, yeah, then I got an extra couple of bucks in my pocket.
Nice. Nice. What'd you guys?
So I'm gonna say it's. I went with 500 because I feel like if I want to do it right, It's gonna take me a little under 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, because white can be tricky. I mean, sure, you can one pass a white line and it'll be all right. But the thing about white is that if you don't pack that line, you know, it's not dense enough for it to like settle and look white. Because when it heals with that like one pass white, where if somebody goes like at a normal speed, like if they were lining with black, it's gonna be so light that it's gonna look like exactly like how I joked before, like a little scar tissue.
It's like a gray wash line, but in white. Yeah, like super thin. Like
so light that I would want it to be more chalky. You know, and by getting it chalky, getting that chalky line, you kind of gotta like, depending on what you believe your technique should be, but either moving ultra slow or a little like back and forth, where you're kind of like sculpting it, but
it takes some finesse
it takes
to
some
do
finesse,
this.
yeah.
To do this real crispy
and it's
like this,
also
it takes some finesse. It's not just a one single pass.
Yeah.
It's in there.
it looks like a buildup. You have to build, like, for the people at home who can't see the picture, like it's very thick white outline,
and
that doesn't mean like a one pass. Like that has to be like
and you best believe I'm gonna want to make it crispy, so it's gonna, you know, I'm gonna make it worth their time. So my price is $5. What did I say? Did I say 5?
You said 5, yeah.
Yeah, my price is 5 on that.
Now,
iPhone
this,
size?
let me.
Yeah.
So client goes, oh man, I was really looking to spend like $200.
$200?
Yeah, they want to spend $200.
Then we have to do it smaller.
Just do a rose that's not that, because that would be super complicated for 200.
I mean,
that's a lot of work.
Maybe somebody else would do it for 200, but it's gonna sound kind of pretentious, but I don't want that money.
Nah.
Well, I'm gonna add to the pretentiousness.
Especially if it's like I'm trying to like, and also I'm trying to be very fair with my pricing based on like, these people are walking in. I don't want to scare them away, but I want to give them a good product for my price and like for a good price.
Do you think that it's worth your effort? And this is sounding pretentious too, but to like put in all that time to make sure that you got a crispy white tattoo?
If that person wasn't budging and they were like, it has to be white, whatever, and shoot, I want that money at the end of the day. That, you know, if the price is right.
So that's when I think like, I would switch right there. I'd be like, I'll do it for $200 if you let me do it in black.
Oh
yeah.
But remember,
That'd be the only sort like,
true.
Do you want $200 Tat? I'll do it in black for $200.
But Amanda's not flexible,
Yeah.
and she's like, no,
wash.
Yeah, right?
No,
but I really, really want it in white.
Then you got to really, really pay me what I'm telling you. Okay.
Really pay me those $500.
Yeah.
nah. Jacques wants it for $200. He just came off the plane from France. He wanted it in white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, it can go either or.
All right, Hazel, why?
White's tough.
What's yours? What's your reason?
For the same, I think I can do this fairly quick, but that stencil is all I can think about.
Yeah.
Erasing it and not getting blue into that white.
That's
Yeah,
another
I
thing
think
about
about
this tattoo. Getting that stencil to look like, to not muddy or white, so it looks
Yeah.
nice and
Yeah.
And then I don't think I do this enough to charge any higher. Like to charge 500, I wouldn't know how to do it like Gabe. So
do it. Ooh, who won this?
Whoever
round?
did
Tricky
this
round.
did an actually really
They
good
did a
job.
good job.
Yeah, good job on that tattoo, whoever you are.
Whoever you are, Pinterest. I don't know who did this.
Pinterest guy.
I don't know, man. It could be an AI.
It could be AI.
It could be AI
What did you
nowadays.
price it, Vega?
I priced it at 500.
You did, right?
I based it on complexity, and like John just said, like, oh, all I have is 200. Then I'd be like, well, for less than half of 500, I'll do it in black.
I'll do it in black for
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it in black with no question, and then watch you debate if you want it in black or white or not.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that makes all the difference. Like if they were willing to be
Definitely.
Like-
okay, I'll do it in black for 2 for my budget.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hands down for sure.
yeah, like
It's
for
under an hour.
example, there will be people that
Like
come
outline.
in that want designs in like colored ink, blue, red, name it, they want it in that color. But then you give them a price because they want it in that color. But then you're like, this design I can bang out in 20 minutes or maybe more than that, depending on what it is, if I do it in black. You give them the open end question of like, do you still want it in color or do you want it as a tattoo as a whole? So sometimes you get the success of like, you know what, the color doesn't matter. I just want the tattoo. But sometimes you get people that like, I really want this in red. And you're like, okay, but I have to charge you for that ink, because there's more of a mindset that goes into like lining stuff in different color. That's not black.
I hate outlining in purple. That's the worst.
Purple.
Purple.
Purple sucks to begin with, but then when your ink is the same color as your stencil,
Oh.
Where does the stencil start? Where does it end?
Yeah.
Well, who won this round?
500 or 300? Who won?
Who won this round?
personally, I'm going to give it to Hazel for what it is, regardless of the effort put into making the tattoo. What the client is walking away with, I don't think it's worth more than $300.
See, I think 300 is the right number, because at 200, if they said my budget's $200, and you're like, look, I can do it for you exactly as you want it, you can maybe get them to come up. You can maybe get that 2 to come up to 3, but to get that 2 to come up to 5, it sounds really hard. Yeah. It's a point where I feel like you as a tattooer could maybe split the difference and be like, you know what, I'll meet you at 3. Yeah. I can't do 2 if you can't do 5, but you got to meet me at 3 at least, and maybe make it work like that. If not, you got to walk away.
I feel like white outline people got money though.
Yeah.
You ain't got white outline money.
Wow.
Well, you know what I mean? They got that white outline money.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, I got the money for white. I can pay for white outline.
All right.
She got money for the white lines, baby.
All right.
So far, between the 4 of us, that round was the closest.
The closest one as a group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hive mind. We're all getting it.
Sinking in this. All right, this last one, everyone's going to get the same number.
Last one.
Is there a last
This is
one?
a fun one right
sound
here.
effect?
Okay.
The last one sound effect.
Hold on. Last round.
Ooh, look at that.
Hazel, you won this round. You were Gabe.
W's in the chat.
Chat, what do you think?
So this tattoo is a really, really kind of classic tattoo design of a bear head. And this person wants it traddy style, bold as hell, bold colors. They want about the size of a fist or a palm.
3 colors.
Palm
Is
style.
the eye a different color than is the eye brown or red?
Oh, it is. It's a darker. Yeah, the eye is a different color from the muzzle and the brows.
Okay.
No, but I was saying, is that a different
This
color?
tattoo is something that you would find on very popular,
It's
you know,
still 3 colors.
3 colors, right?
Yeah.
flash
'cause there's-
sheets. Every design's about
A little red in the eye.
Fist
blending into
size.
the gold.
a little bigger than a baseball.
Placement.
Really?
This placement.
Softball size, probably.
Okay.
But placement. Where's it going?
It can go anywhere. It's
It
gonna
can
be
go
size, yeah.
anywhere. Okay.
Somebody with a nice traddy sleeve, they just want to put it in there.
Why are you looking over here?
I'm trying to read your mind. I'm trying to read your mind.
I think one of the things about like working at a shop, especially, it's we get so much feedback from each other when stuff like this happens. We usually go like, oh, man, I'd probably like, hey, how much would you charge for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and we usually do this almost as a group, you know, just so you know, guys, when we go like, how much you would charge for, give me a second, go in the back, show it to like 3 or 4 tattooers, get an average price.
Yeah.
And we're like, that'll be the price.
Yeah. So if you feel like you're getting ripped off, it's because we all ripped you off.
It's a team effort.
It was a team effort.
Yeah, we're like,
Yeah.
turn them upside down, empty the pockets.
All right, guys, let me see your numbers.
All right, I got 350.
Oh,
350.
your boy G Money went with
400.
400.
300.
300.
300.
They go with a 350.
With a 350.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, we're getting tighter and tighter.
I am proud of you guys right here. It's
Yeah.
really good pricing. That's
Yeah,
good.
dude.
That's good, fair pricing. I like it. Now, tell me, guys, why would you guys price it around that time? I feel like everybody kind of agrees of where it kind of should be.
I just felt the vibe. I felt the vibe. I feel like that tattoo just is worth 350.
Yeah.
It's like a 350 banger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 4 because it looks like a good, solid, either a little minus or a little more of 2-hour tat. You
Yeah.
know, so doing a nice, clean, and solid. I feel like 400 is a good price because it could be like, you know, like you said, like a baseball size, palm size, maybe even a little bit bigger.
bit
It'll
bigger.
still fall within that range.
Yeah.
for me,
For sure.
That's basically it.
What about you, Hazel?
See, my issue is the more I want to do the tattoo, the more lenient I'll be with this pricing. So
Oh,
if
you
I can
have-
do this tattoo and get $300, I'm
You have
happy.
the I like to do it guilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So, in the inverse of that, if you don't want to do something, are you going to price it way higher?
Yes. That's why that white ink one was also 300.
That's interesting.
Yeah. In that case, try to book yourself tattoos you hate doing more, so that you make more money.
Yeah, you make more money.
Yeah.
I chose 350 because I saw bonus on the sheet. So I was like, there's got to be something else that comes up.
There is.
Oh,
something
shit, I didn't
else.
even realize that.
Yes,
There are
there
They said
is.
bonus. I was like, I want the bonus prize.
The bonus prize.
But no, 350. Yeah, it's very straightforward. The palette is cool. I would want to do it for at least 350, if not 300. Like I was debating 350, 300.
So you know what I think makes this tattoo design so much easier for all of us to price is that it's such a strong like tattoo design. It's like a tattoo. You know what?
Yes.
There is no questions in like interpretation. Or, no, it's like, oh, that looks like a tat. I know
Yeah.
exactly how that thing's gonna get done, and it's easy.
There's steps there,
There's-
visible
yeah,
steps.
very visible steps. Like with the white rose, everybody's like, oh, how am I gonna do that one? You know, it's like there's a little bit more of like questioning of how this is gonna get pulled off. And I think sometimes that's the advantage of having like really nice flash tattoo designs that are just gonna speak very directly to both the person visually and to you as a tattooer, being able to price it like quickly and on the money. And you don't have to spend a bunch of time just trying to be like, well, and because all of that shit, that turns the customer away.
Yeah.
Like the more there's
Yeah, you can't be thinking about it too long.
no, like man, like learn to give those prices like
Just bam, off the top of your head.
off the top quickly
Off
and
the
with
dome.
freaking like authority and like, yeah, that's what it's worth. You know
And
what I'm
with
saying?
excitement.
Yeah. You know, you imagine like you'd go buy something. They're like, dude, you'd be like, dude, I don't know if I want to buy this iPhone. This guy's being really, really wishy-washy about giving me a phone. But that's pretty good. I like this one.
I love how a traditional tattoo grounded us.
It brought the family
Yeah.
together.
We're all sitting at
Pretty
the
good.
table.
That's pretty good.
So what's this bonus?
So I feel like nobody won that round because everybody won that round.
Yeah, we're all winners.
So this is
I won that. I won that.
All right.
Nah.
All right.
so I think it comes down to the bonus round.
Ooh.
So for the bonus round, somebody comes in and they have this is all they have, and they have a picture of their grandma.
Ooh.
They got a picture of their grandma.
Okay.
I want to get a portrait
I want nanny.
of my grandma.
Is grandma AI?
I was about to
Is
ask.
it? Yeah, I didn't want to get a picture of
That's
anybody's
a
grandma.
great
So,
AI grandma.
so I was like, yo, let me get a realistic photo of a grandma. And I was like,
She
oh,
looks like she can bake her ass off.
she makes a mean pasta fagioli. Look,
Oh man, dude, I can't.
yeah.
She's definitely gonna ask me if I ate like 5
Yeah.
times today.
Honey, no. Sit down. You need to eat.
You haven't eaten all day. I
You're looking
just
too
haven't
skinny
pizza.
lately.
Nah,
What do you mean you ate already?
You're too Hazel, you're too skinny. Okay. Like, sit down.
You look sick.
Yeah. You look sick.
You look
Oh,
sick. So, customer comes in. They want a portrait of their grandma.
Okay.
They're coming to each one of you. There's no like, I want it to look realistic. This is my grandma. I want a portrait of my grandma.
So wait, you're kind of contradicting yourself. Does
No.
she want a portrait or does...
I mean, I'm talking exactly how clients talk.
Okay.
I'm
Well, I'm
talking,
asking, do you
Wow,
want a
that was-
portrait or do you want a stylized version of this photo?
However, you could try to convince him and you could shoot him your price.
exactly. That's at the point where it's like, I don't know.
How would you
the
do
guy.
it? And what would you charge?
Just the guy. I'm just
The guy, bro. I just want my grandma, dude.
Where?
She makes the best freaking muffins.
Well, I'm gonna choose on the guy because he's showing me. I see him right now.
Yeah, you see,
I want it on my neck. And I'll be like, nah, man, look, your arms are bare.
You know, like, yeah, he has bare arms. This is a very typical guy. Comes in, no, not really a lot of tattoos. Maybe got his one tattoo when he got out of college.
Giuseppe.
You know,
Giuseppe.
He's got the he's got the cross with the Italian flag draped around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to, you know, this till the match. Yo, and I want to leave room for my grandpa for later.
I'm sorry for your loss. Okay. I know how much I'm charging this guy. A walk-in portrait, though?
A walk-in comes in. He brings in just the, you know, usually when a lot of people bring in, like, this is the only living photo of my Nona.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, this is the only photo that she ever smiled in. She was serious in all the other ones. Like,
All right.
Wow, grandma went hard.
You know what? I'm judging. I see the chain that guy's wearing, so there you go.
Okay.
It's got to look like my Nona.
Are we ready?
yeah, let's do it.
I'm excited.
Let's start with you. Let's start with
You
you,
want to start
Vega.
with me? You're gonna love it. It's. I know you love your grandma, but how about a sick panther for 300?
I like that.
That's pretty good.
That's
You gotta
pretty
know.
good.
So
Yeah.
bonus points. Chop 'em up.
You got to know when to step off the ledge.
Off the ledge.
Yeah.
I did not only step off the ledge. I got off the whole building. I was scared of that shit.
And why did you choose that approach?
I chose that approach because I have no experience in realism, black and gray portraits.
He didn't say realism black and gray though.
But it's your grandma. You want it to look like your grandma. I know you love your grandma, but
Tratty that babe up, man.
Yeah.
you are right. You are right. That is a good point. But
Good point of discussion.
but sick panther for 300.
All right, Hazel, what's your answer?
Okay, so I'm also thinking of it as black and gray, realistic, 800.
$800.
What do you got, Gabe?
Your boy's going with 1,400.
$1,400.
1,400, yeah.
Back it up. Tell me about it.
Because let's say that's a walk-in price. Number one, I'm going to tell him that the walk-in price is cheaper than the appointment price. So I'm going to be like, listen, I'm only doing a deal for today and it's going to be this much as compared to this much. As long as people kind of already know that they're making a saving, they haven't even started yet. It's always a good mental thing.
push.
Where it's
Can I
like,
debate that? Can we go back to round one where I offered $1,000 for a tattoo and you guys called me a snake?
So anyway, that's just my mentality, how I would try to justify it with the client.
What would you charge if that were an appointment?
If that were an appointment, at least 16, dude.
In one shot?
Yeah, in one shot.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's like a full day.
Full day.
And you're thinking about it like in a black and gray.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already thinking about like, okay, how much work is it going to take me for tattoo time, preparation, stenciling? There's a lot of details on people's faces, especially when you get into like an older individual where you have
Portrait's
much more textures in the face, wrinkles, things that really define a person and how they look and what age they're in their current life. So the hair, the puffy hair, all the curlies, you got to be really like, you got to finesse that shit.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to take my time on it. And if he's willing to be patient and for that whole day, like that's going to be a day of work. I know even my stenciling process is going to kick my ass. So I'm trying to put all that together into what would be worth it for me on a walk-in tat where I have to also give the shop a good cut, a good and fair cut.
Exactly.
So I try to like think of like, okay, at the end of the day, how much am I going to walk away from it for all the work that I put into it? And at the end of the day, like just calculate all that, try to lock it in, get the customer. And of course, if the customer kind of is like, oh man, I can't. If I read any of like uncertainty, immediately I don't hesitate to ask, what's your budget? What's your max limit? And I'll try to like stay within those bounds. Okay. But right off the bat, I think that would be a fair price for that Nona, for that grandma.
So here's a question about Nona. Nona's made out of AI.
And if she's really important to you, you're gonna spend that bread.
But wait, Nona's made out of AI. So my question is, are you gonna like enhance image and be like, oh, that doesn't look right, let me just make those edits? Well, this is a joke. I
do those things while I tattoo. So that's why sometimes
well, you know, at the end, think of this as like, a lot of times people just bring an old photo.
Yeah.
Just an old photo that looks a little grainy, doesn't have a lot of details in certain areas. So it does take
A certain know-how.
to pull it off. If you're going to try to do this, how Gabe's going to pull this off. Right. But I think that one of the things, like if you heard how well he was able to describe all the details, nuances, and all of those things, if you're able to describe the work that you're going to do that well to your customer as he's there sitting, looking at the photo with you, etc., they're gaining your confidence. They're gaining more like trust in you. They're gaining like value because they feel like, oh man, this guy really knows what the fuck he's talking about, and he really is showing care. So it's like, that's why it's important to, even after you think of a price, explain to the customer why you're justifying that price.
Right.
Right.
It's like if somebody's trying to sell you a fancy perfume and they're like, oh, these lilacs were collected from the top of Mount.
Yeah.
Like you can only get that fragrance in one part of the world. Like you gotta explain what is it about this that would make it that price.
Why did it become special? Why is it going to be special?
That's right.
There's an argument to be made though, that when you justify your price, you're actually devaluing yourself. And it's more effective just to be like,
sure,
that's the price.
Yeah.
And the whole confidence level, what we were talking about before, like that plays a whole role into it. And if they're like, well, why is it that much? Because that's what people pay. That's what I charge.
I agree with that. But
Also,
this in terms of like, if you hire someone to redo, like the landscaping of your backyard, and you're like, yeah, I want you to make this look really dope, make it look nice. All right, I'll make it look nice. So it's going to cost you $5,000, and you're like, well, that's more than what are you going to do? Then that's when you're going to look, well, this is what my plan is, and you want to give a lease of like, this is where the value is going to come from for what I'm planning to do.
I think that's different though. Telling because when they say, well, what are you going to do? What's your plan? Now you're showing them a design.
Yeah.
But what I mean by justifying is like, oh, well, the materials cost this much. I got to pay my guy this much to, I got the gas is costing, like all that stuff.
Right.
Starts to devalue.
That devalues it. But giving value in the terms of like your vision, I feel like that's what convinces sometimes to be like, oh man, that guy sounds like he's going to kill this fucking tattoo. I'm going to jump on this thing. Like I'll do it.
Before we get too carried away, I'm going to throw on my price.
Yeah.
So I'm going to charge $1,000.
Ooh.
And I'm the only one in the group who is not seeing this as the realistic black and gray tattoo. So I can't imagine anybody walking into the shop, any level-headed guy walking into the shop and wanting a realistic portrait that day. So I'm going to...
It happens.
I'm going to stylize this tattoo. I'm going to make it super simple. Maybe do it like grapefruit size and bust it out in a couple of hours and call it a day.
They'd be stoked too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would probably be stoked. They'd be like, tight. Because ultimately it's how you see the tattoo. Usually the customer doesn't have like even a concept or an idea of how this can be. And I feel like sometimes, if like you were to get that customer that comes in and they're like, oh man, this is going to take like, especially the customer doesn't know your work, doesn't know that, if you're like a portrait guy, that you do like tons of portraits all the time.
Which is why I find it crazy that someone would walk into a shop not knowing anything, asking for a realistic portrait of their grandma.
People do it.
It's crazy. No, it's crazy.
People do it. People do it.
People do it all the time.
Local Joe Schmo from up the street coming in being like, yo, he's the guy that shows you the 20-year-old portrait. Be like, yo, I got this when it was still illegal here. Like, that's the guy that comes in wanting the portrait that same day.
For sure. I want it today.
Yeah.
It don't happen.
Oh, it happens.
Well, who do you guys think won this round?
I'm going to be biased and choose myself. I gave you an alternative from your grandma.
I liked your approach.
Get sick tats. I love your grandma, but
You know what, Vega? I'm gonna say that you could have taken that approach, charge $350, right? That's what you said, $350.
no, I said 300.
300. But you can't do a portrait, a realistic portrait, but you could do a tratty portrait. Just trace over those lines of her face, give her the likeness, and do it in a tratty way. And still charge $300 for it.
True. I'll play with that.
Break that design back down to the same qualities of that Sweet Panther tattoo that you're trying to do.
Got it. Okay. I'm still choosing myself. Everyone else? Anyone else?
Wait. How are you coming up with $800?
When it's stuff like this, I usually will think like, okay, what are the best people who do this charging? I'm going to charge a little less because I'm going to give you a good one, but I'm not going to give you the best one.
So what do you think the best people are charging?
I mean, I'm thinking of like a Nico Hurtado, and he's definitely charging like $2,000.
So she's charging
More than that.
based
Right? I don't know,
on
like-
like
Yeah, way more than that.
way on like the industry
But yes.
price.
Yeah. Or like I'll even compare myself to like Gabe. I know his is going to come out way better. So I'm like, all right, dial it down a little bit, and then that's me.
That's interesting.
Oh.
How many of you guys actually, and I'm talking to the listeners, do you guys price based on that? Based on like not your own perception of like, this is what it's worth based on me, but based on
Like an industry standard?
an industry
Yeah.
standard,
Yeah.
you know?
That's tough.
Yeah,
Especially because I've only been tattooing 6 years, and then you guys are all like 15, 20 years. So then I also take that into accountability.
Do you think that there will ever come a time where tattooing has become so structured and governed, I guess you can say,
Yeah.
that there will be like standards?
Like a standard. I feel like that's so difficult for what we do
Yeah.
because there's so many variables, you know?
It's like food, right? You think should all cost the same, but
That's true. Yeah, you go to different restaurants, you're gonna get different prices.
Yeah. Based on the experience, the place, the location of the restaurant,
ingredients, yeah.
you know, all of these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people are not caring about, well, people who are interested and want to be in the world of tattooing go to artists that they follow on social media and like commit to their work, or find artists that are similar and navigate through that. But there's shops that are structured in a very Pizza Hut context, you know, like you are a worker, you do tattoos, you get your cut, you walk out. There's like the standard is that of the money you make on commission. Like, to answer that question, I think I'm probably answering it wrong, but it's kind of like there's businesses trying to create structure in the tattoo industry, and they're failing because they're trying to create that standard of what work consists of, but yet they still want to satisfy the person that wants to come in for an affordable tattoo.
I think if there were ever to be a standard pricing list, it would have to be on Flash. Like if you were to buy, or even if anybody, I don't even know if anybody's actually selling sets of Flash anymore. But if you were to buy a set of Flash, it would come with a price list, and these are the prices that you should be charging
For these designs.
For these designs,
Like a guidebook to pricing tattoos.
like an MSRP.
MSRP.
That
A
should be
rating.
MSRP.
It's an MSRP.
That's
good.
actually really good. Imagine if people started selling their flash sheets with MSRP pricing.
That would be crazy.
This
That
flash sheet
sounds
is
wild,
rated
man.
T for teen.
Oh man, that was really fun. That was really
That was
fun.
good.
Based on the game, man.
Who won that round?
Duh.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gabe, for your. Thanks, Gabe. I know I won.
No, I know there's gonna be people in the comments checking me. $1,400.
But see, here's the thing. I don't think that you're wrong for charging that much. Just I don't see it happening that someone's going to walk in willing to spend $1,400 right then on the spot.
Hey, you never know.
You never know. You're right, but I don't see that as very probable.
That's what I would say. It sounds like
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could try to shoot your most attractive price, but imagine if you like bust your behind, let's say, just for shoot even $1,000, right? To bang out that portrait. That person walked in at 3:30. You start tattooing them at 5:30. and then you're coming out of the tattoo shop 2 a.m. That's a long day.
That's a long day.
That's a long
day for me.
I'm
so
not saying that it's
yeah.
not worth your time and you don't deserve that money. I just don't see people willing to spend that money on the spot. Even $1,000. I wrote $1,000. I don't see that really happening either. If I were to give the price to anybody, I'd say Hazel, like most probable people will be more willing to spend $800 than 1,000 or.
I think that,
Always. That's for sure.
It's wild that we think that way in a way, because if I went to All Saints, it's not going to a high-end luxury store. It's good, nice store. And if you don't know about All Saints, it's like a nice brand that sells cool leather jackets and clothes.
Yeah,
I could spend $1,000 there in a matter of just one jacket and some jeans, and they'll be out of season probably like next year. And yet, something that's going to be with that person for fucking ever, we're looking at it as something like, oh man, I don't know if they're going to fucking feel like about dropping $1,000.
That's true. I've seen a couple of comments. I don't know if it was on something that we posted or someone else, but talking about pricing. And I've seen people like, oh man, I would never spend that much. I would never spend $1,000 on a tattoo. I know people and myself have got almost my entire body tattooed, and I've only spent like $1,500, $2,000, and I've got almost like my entire body done. So like people's mindsets of what things actually cost in the real world, like, yeah, maybe you spent $2,000, you got a couple of sleeves and a couple of pieces on your leg, but who did the tattoo? Was it your buddy in your garage? Like,
Yeah.
No, he did a tap out session, bro. 350 max.
I did 3 tap out sessions
tap out sessions for the shit.
Guys, don't do
man.
tap out sessions. Don't do them.
I
went to
follow that.
Ariel De Jesus and got 2 sleeves for $500.
Exactly, dude. All cover-ups, $150 for all cover-ups. I'm always very entertained every time those videos come up on my feed. I follow.
I love
follow
the fact that
page.
Chloe called her Ariel De Jesus.
Jesus. I follow that page. And if you guys don't know who that is, it's a tattooer that does all these really crazy videos where she's doing cover-ups for $150 and $300 sleeves, probably. I think it's like
$500.
$500 sleeves, yeah.
Any cover up, any size, 150 or maybe $160.
Something like that, $160, and then any sleeve with anything in it
Yeah.
for $500.
Oh, it's that lady. Is that lady tattooer who did that back piece, right? And she made like a whole scene from like, I remember this one video. It's like a big back piece, something, and then she like went over that, made like a whole scene, like with like a building corruption. Like I don't know.
I don't know, but I mean that's
It sounds like it.
it could very well be.
Yeah. I've seen that one.
They're always pretty rough.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that they're always pretty rough, and it's just like, man, they can't cover that up. No,
Sorry.
you can't cover that up. Well, shit, guys. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was fun.
game.
And I really hope that you guys, got some insight on just tattoo pricing today, and that also you guys join in the game. Hope that you guys drop down your guesses. If you're listening to this, go on the YouTube and watch also the game be played, because I think it's pretty fun.
Cool. There's actually, couple of plugs we got to do.
Yeah.
So, Steadfast now has a 10% coupon code. If you buy anything from Steadfast Tattoo Supplies, you use the code HONEST, you get 10% off your total. And Tattoo Smart is finally coming out with their free game set.
Sick.
So go check that out. Russ put a lot of work into it, and it's a lot of fun, and it's free. So go check it out.
Awesome, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we hope to see you next week. Take it easy.
Peace.
Peace, guys.
Bye.
Adios.